second, it's Saturday, April 4th. A few weeks ago, we were watching a video from Healthcare Triage, an awesome YouTube channel that aims to educate people about the realities of human health and healthcare across the world. The host, Dr. Carroll, mentioned in the video, I don't really remember what the topic was about, but he said something along the lines of, there's actually been a few really well done research studies about this. And the wording of his phrase struck me, that he was pleasantly surprised that there had been some well-done research studies, as if that's something that doesn't happen too often. Dr. Carroll spends a lot of time on his channel debunking common medical beliefs based on faulty research, because unfortunately a lot of people would believe scientific studies they've seen on the internet, even if they're run like this. Hello, I am a scientist, as you can see, and I have studied things. One thing I have studied is that a human's proximity to a fat cat will increase said human's intelligence while they are near said fat cat. Observe. E equals mc squared. E equals mc cubed? As you can see from my empirical data, my hypothesis is proven correct. Now, I feel like we don't go a week on this channel without talking about how much we love science. The study of all things natural takes the magic of the universe and makes sense of it. Every time I learn something new due to scientific research and discovery, I feel more complete as a person, like I'm becoming more a part of the universe that I exist in. But just as the universe does no wrong, it doesn't make mistakes because the universe simply just does, humans are pretty good at misinterpreting it. For all the scientific advancements we've made as a species, we've certainly been wrong. A lot. Some of the most famous scholarly people of all time, like super household names, at some points in their academic study were just like totally off the mark. For example, philosopher Aristotle thought that women had less teeth than men and that the earth was the center of the universe. Neurologist Sigmund Freud was wrong about a lot of things, particularly the development of female sexuality, which he claimed is largely based on penis envy. Thankfully for scientists, the more we learn, the easier it is to let go of past misconceptions and truck on into an enlightened future. That's just what it means to be a scientist. However, this isn't so easy for the general public. People who aren't scientists or don't really understand science will still use science to back up claims and beliefs, which is totally fine. The problem arises, though, is when they don't use critical thinking to really understand scientific research or how scientific studies work. When there's an article on Facebook titled, say, "Study shows that fat cats make humans smarter," many people take that as infallible truth, before even realizing that the title was sensationalized for the purpose of clickbait, or it was a singular study that has not been repeated and thus cannot even be accepted as a proven theory in the scientific community, or the website that published the article isn't the most intelligent and the cursory summary made by the author isn't the most accurate. But since the information is presented as being scientific, people take it to be 100% truth, share it everywhere, and then a study that maybe wasn't done too well suddenly becomes #1 science fact of the year, yay, we're all smart. This is how the myth that vaccines cause autism got started. One study was published that claimed to have found evidence that vaccines caused autism in children. It was picked up by the media and the notion spread like wildfire and still weighs heavily on our society today. The problem is the entire study was fake. It has since been totally discredited. The leader of the study was found to have been paid by people who wanted to sue vaccine manufacturers. Everyone besides the lead author have withdrawn their names from the study. It was a complete and total fraud, and yet people still believe it. Recently too, the major scientific publisher Biomed Central had to retract 43 papers due to finding out that they had fabricated peer reviews, that is, reviews made by other scientists to determine whether or not a paper is a load of bullshit. The scientific community is not without its flaws, and the pressure and competition to get published has led some people to just totally make up fake names to make their studies seem more legitimate. So can we even trust anyone, anywhere, ever? Well, yes, but it is up to us to be really critical thinkers when we are reviewing scientific data. One thing about being a scientist is being forever skeptical. It is really hard to know things 100% without a doubt due to scientific research because so many little factors play into everything. Science is constantly bombarded with exceptions and gray areas and new this totally changes everything discoveries. It would be nice if eventually the academic paywall didn't keep so many people away from primary and secondary sources of papers and research. But that's a topic for another video. Until then, keep watching Nathan and Rose and we'll keep you educated. Thanks for watching. Go ahead and click like and subscribe if you haven't. And Nathan, we will see you on Monday.